Hi, today I'll be reading a really fun story together, called The Bad Case of the Stripes. Our goal is to understand the main characters' or feelings, and how they change throughout the story. To do this, we will learn a new vocabulary and word and practice a comprehension to do this. We will learn a new vocabulary word and practice comprehension, making inferences, which means figuring out what an author does directly tells us. By the end of the year or our lesson, you'll be able to describe how the character feels at the beginning, middle, and at the end of a story. Um, so the reason why I'm doing this in a Zoom or in a video call is because half of my students, or not half, the whole area of my school is they're on break, spring break. So I wasn't able to record anything. So I didn't want to be empty-handed. So hopefully, this can cut it. But this is something I wanted to teach, or just a mini book, a lesson that I can do for the kids. Usually I have first grade, but today I want to do. I also have third grade. So today I want to do a book that's around third to fourth grade level. So yeah. So before we read, I want you. Sorry. Before I start, I'm gonna start to teach. Before we read, I want you to think about a time when you really wanted to fit in with others. Maybe you wanted like the same food, wear the same clothes, or play in the same game as your friends. And if you don't really want to on the classroom, um, say one word that describes how that felt. I'll give you 30 seconds to think about it. Go. Usually some students are already creative, so I'll be like, great answers. I saw words like nervous, worried, scared, and left out. Our main character, Camila, feels exactly this way from the beginning of the story. So, our new vocabulary word today is affection. In the story, Camila's parents show her affection. Affection means a gentle feeling of liking or caring for someone. You might show affection by giving a hug, saying I love you, or making someone their favorite meal. Let's say a word together, affection. Affection. I want you to notice that affection is a noun. It's a thing you can give or receive. If you add ate to make affectionate, that becomes an adjective describing someone who shows affection. Practicing new vocabulary. Now let's practice using affection. I'm going to show you 3 sentences on the screen, on the board, and tell me one shows affection. So you should write, Camila yelled at her mom and slammed the door. Camila's mom gave her a hug and made her soup. Camila ignored her dad when he said hello. So point at your screen or at the whiteboard and say a number. And usually say yes. Number 2, a hug and make soup are both examples of affection. Now you try. Can you make a sentence using the word affection? You can type it or write it or say out loud. Now we're going to introduce ourselves with the text. The text I picked was the Camila, a bad case of the stripes. I think everybody as a kid read this, so yeah, I just wanted to try it. I usually have, it depends on the classes I have, but for today I'm doing third. So our book today is Bad Case of the Stripes by David Shannon. This is a work of fiction that's made up, not real. The genre is a fantasy because strange and impossible things happen. I want you to look at the cover, and then I'm showing my screen right now. I'll add right here. At the cover, sorry. And what do you notice? The girl has colorful stripes all over her. That doesn't happen in real life. As we read, pay attention to the illustrations. They gave us clues about how Camila is feeling. So, yeah. The comprehension strategy we are practicing today called making inferences. An inference is when you use clues from the text plus what you already know to figure out something out that the author doesn't directly tell you. Think of yourself as a detective. The author gives you clues and you solve the mystery. I'm giving you to teach a simple formula. Clue from text plus background knowledge equals inference. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to read the first few pages aloud. So I'm going to read the first few pages. Camila loved lima beans. Camila did not eat them because her friends did not like them. Camila was getting ready for her first day of school. Camila looked in the mirror and screamed. Camila had stripes all over her body. Camila could not go to school with stripes. The doctor came to check Camila, and Camila felt okay but not look okay. The doctor said Camila could go to school. Now, watch how I make an inference. The text clue. Camila was always worried about what other people thought about her. My background knowledge is that I was worried a lot about what others think. I feel nervous and not myself. So my inference is Camila does not feel confident. She changes herself to please others, even though that probably makes her unhappy. See how I did that? Clue plus what I know equals an inference that will soon come soon. Just give me one quick second. Sorry about that. Okay, back. Now we're going to read the next few pages together. As I read, I want you to pause me when you notice what Camila is feeling. You can use a raise your hand. Usually students raise your hand in class. And yeah, let's read the pages. Next, at the school, all the kids laughed. Camila's stripes changed when the kids called her names. The kids changed Camila's stripes all day long. The kids laughed. The principal told Camila's parents that she could not come to school. Camila was sad. More doctors came to see Camila. They did not know why Camila had stripes. They gave Camila some medicine. More doctors came to see Camila. They did not know what was wrong. So now I'm going to stop right there. Quick pause. Let's practice an inference together. The doctors and specialists kept coming up, but none of them can help Camila. Background knowledge. So when many experts can't solve a problem, it might be a very unusual problem. Or maybe the solution is in medical inference. Something deeper than regular sickness is happening to Camila. Now there's a question for you. Why do you think Camila's stripes change to whenever anyone mentions? Type your idea or write it on your board or your little whiteboard. So as we finish the story, I want you to think about these questions. I'll pause after each one. When the old woman offers Camila the lima beans, why does Camila refuse even though she secretly loves lima beans? How do Camila's parents show affection for her throughout the story? What finally cures Camila? Or what do you think? What do you think that works? So I'm gonna just keep on reading, finishing the story, pretending that I'm reading for the class. Camila tried lots of medicine. Camila looked worse. A woman tried to help Camila. It did not work. Camila was not part of her room. An old woman knocked on the door. She thought she could help. The old woman fed lima beans. Camila told the old woman how much she loved lima beans. Camila turned back into a girl with no stripes. Camila never pretended not to like lima beans again. Camila was happy. So after reading, now that we finished the story, let's practice summarizing A summary tells the most important parts in a short way. I want you to use somebody wanted, but so then strategy. Somebody who is the main character wanted, who did they want, but what was the problem? So what did they do about it? Then how did it end? You can write a summary on a piece of paper or tell me out loud. I'll give you 4 minutes. After that's done, excellent work today. Let's quickly review that what we learned. Our vocabulary word was affection. A gentle feeling of caring for someone, or comprehensive strategy was making inferences using text clues plus what we know to figure things out. We practice summarizing using somebody wanted but so then. Camila teaches us that being yourself is always better than trying to fit in. Before we go, tell me one thing that you guys learned today, and you can say it, write it, or hold it on a piece of paper. Thank you for being so focused, learners, on today. I'm really proud of you. And we close. So now, after my lesson, I check on what could I have done better. So I look at the advanced literacy assessment. It says lesson begins with a clear statement of lesson goal. All of our work is checked because I did a lot of it. Sorry, give me a second. But I want to do some questions I did at the end of my template. So, what did you learn about students and their misconceptions on their learning gaps? So I'm going to say that I learned that students initially confuse inference with prediction. A prediction asks what will happen next, while an inference asks what is true right now that the author didn't say after modeling the difference explicitly. Students improve. Students improve. I also noticed that using real-world events or things that happen actually around school allowed quieter students to participate who might not speak aloud in a traditional classroom. The part of the learning experiences was problematic or challenging. The biggest challenge was, I believe, my biggest challenge is right now that all my kids are in spring break, and I can't really be teaching or giving out lessons. I usually, when I have a little assignment like this from you guys, I try my best to find a book that fits in whatever is on also the main teacher's objectives as well. Reflecting on the lesson, what can you celebrate? I can celebrate that I exclusively adapted it in person, Zoom, or video lesson that I can show my students later on. That's somebody, but so that the summarizes showing that students can comprehend in central theme of the story, and most importantly, I maintain a warm, engaging presence on the camera that kept students focused through the screen. I believe that concludes my presentation and my lesson. If anything, please email me. Thank you.